Good morning. It is day 2 and a spectacular morning it is. Uh, just we slept in. It's usually what I do on the first day. I get a good sleep from all my restless nights back at home, and then I come out here and get an amazing sleep, and then I get to see some of this beautiful scenery. Sun's coming up over behind me, and there was a bunch of mist on the water, and I've got a time lapse going on, but take a look at the scenery here. It's absolutely gorgeous. As you see, a lot of the mist is burning off because the sun's coming up over the edge. And if you see over there, there's the canoe, and there's my tripod set up doing the time lapse. And there's the sun, Mr. Sun. This morning we're actually having some naan with some bacon and sausage, and this trip we didn't bring a grill because that was the only meal that might have needed a grill. So I'm gonna get the fire started, and I just gotta probably get a fork stick so that I could put the naan on and we can try to toast it. But we don't have very far to go today. All we're gonna do is go over to Shakwa Lake. Actually, we were supposed to get there yesterday, and we were gonna stay there for a day because that lake is absolutely gorgeous and we love it. And there's actually some unique structures on that lake that I wanted to photograph and drone. I'm gonna do that. We're gonna do that today, and then we're gonna spend a day there just exploring and capturing that lake, and then we're gonna move on from there the day after. But it's gonna be an easy day, other than the one portage. I need to dredge this next portage. This one. The first part is easy, but the second part goes through a creek bed, and it's the footing isn't the greatest. It's big boulders. She's not a big fan of these boulders, and so what we're going to do is we're going to probably reroute along higher up on the land, and then head back down to the creek. So should be fun. We're going to be cutting some trail and probably flagging it and marking it on the GPS. Looking forward to it. But for now, we're going to take our time, enjoy this beautiful morning, and have breakfast. And as you can see, this is just right behind the fire. There's a dead red pine and tons, and it's all totally dry, so it's all for the taking. And I have to say, I know it's not a big deal. The saw is really not that expensive, but I am so thrilled and happy we found the saw yesterday. So, put it to use. fire's going nicely, and what I gotta do is I have to find a stick so that I could put our naan on there and toast it. The flame's getting big here. So I think I found this. Cut it off right about there. It's a great little handle. And see how it forks over here? So what I'm going to do is cut it over here, cut it over there, and then the naan can go right over top. It's got some little sharp little twigs here and hard, so I can always insert the naan in there and it'll hold it in place. So I can basically impale it and it'll hold it, and then right on top here, and I'll just put it over the fire and I'll toast the naan really well. So I'll show you how it works once I get it all done up.
Watch the fire. Just make sure he watches the fire.
Yeah. So, get this. I had the perfect stick for my for toasting my naan, and this is all that remains. Because my lovely wife here,
You told me to get the fire going. You never mentioned anything about a perfect stick.
I was boiling water for our morning coffee, and I told her, if you don't mind feeding the fire. Well, she came down here and took my stick and chopped it up into pieces and fed the nice fire that we have now. Yeah. So now we have no rack for my naan, so now I've got to find another one.
You have to make another one. Just quit your wine and make another one. Okay. Look at the fire. Yes, we could eat it cold.
Unless we have oil, we can put it in the pot.
You don't really need oil, do you? Like, there should be enough fat in it. Maybe
Okay.
not.
And there you have it. I found that toasting from the top wasn't as effective, especially because it's breezy and the flames are going all over the place. So plus it also gets blackened. So I put it on the side and it toasted way better. You can see it's nice and crispy and browned out. So take that back upstairs, up into the bug shelter, and we're gonna have breakfast. You're going. Yep. Hey, Teddy.
He needs a jerky before sleep. He's got his own jerky.
Does he? Okay, let me just get this going. Combined with some sausages, we enjoyed a hearty breakfast.
Hey, buddy.
Okay, so we're all done. Hold on a second. There we go. With breakfast, and we're just packing up now. But I am going to experience the worst thing of our canoe trip, and I think many of my friends and viewers probably will agree, and that is putting on our wet and damp shoes and socks. So I'm taking off the nice dry ones, and I'm getting my wet ones, which are right here. And it's not exactly a warm morning, as you can see as I'm wearing my puffy jacket, but time to put them on. Oh, yeah, you know, that damp, moist, cold feeling. Ugh, not the nicest feeling, that's for sure. Okay, for the next one. Oh, man, that is not nice. You know what? It's all relative. I could be complaining now, but I've had times when I had to put my wet shoes on where literally it was frozen, so we'd have to do some dances to warm them up, to soften them up. Or sometimes, if it were too cold, what we would do is we pour boiling water into the shoe to melt it. Sorry. Yeah, sometimes when they were frozen, we'd have to pour boiling water into them to thaw them out, so that the shoe would conform to our feet. And of course it would feel better temporarily, but yeah, we'd have to do that to get our feet in there. And at least it wasn't cold, but it's the reality of tripping. If you want to trip long and hard, well, you push the shoulder seasons, and those are the things that you're going to run into. Nowadays you have options. You can get waterproof Gore-Tex pants, dry pants, and that way your feet will stay dry, but you're still going to be putting your feet into cold footwear. Okay, you see camp is broken, and just heading down to the water, and we'll continue on our journey. The one thing about today that's so much nicer is that there's a nice breeze, and because yesterday there was no breeze at all. These no-see-ums are just horrendous. They're just vicious, and today with this slight breeze, those guys can't keep up. So we're bug-free for now. And here's my family patiently waiting for the passionate paddler that just vlogs and talks on the camera and doesn't shut up, right?
The passionate prick.
Oh, Teddy, did you hear that?
What other names did we have for him, Teddy?
She called me a prick. Hey, Teddy? She called me a prick. Do you agree?
He's like, that's not jerky, I don't care.
Okay, so we're heading over there, just around the bend. Of course, that never happened.
Oh, there's water in there too, right?
Yeah. No, we came straight out. We rocked up. Yeah, we like walked in the water and loaded up. So the portage is over there, where we tuck in that tree. This area you just got to watch. There's poison ivy everywhere. So, but we tied a ribbon right on that tree there, and hopefully if anyone else comes through here, it'll give an indication of where to start. The interesting thing is here, when we came here last July, there was vegetation everywhere. You can see it's almost like it's been grazed over, and there's very little vegetation. If you look at the tips, they've all been ripped off. So some animals has obviously come here and pretty much cleaned up the area, which is good for us. Not a big deal. Makes it easier for us to see the trail ahead and the rocks below. Okay, we're into the forest. So you can see this was cut from last year. It was just in the way of us getting the canoe through, so certainly evidence of us being here before. And there they are, waiting to start the journey.
Are we waiting for you to be the Sherpa and carry everything for us?
I don't think so. No. Yeah. So we just started the trail, and we noticed that the trail goes right through it. This part was really easy, but obviously the tree went down, so we might have to do some trail maintenance. Otherwise we'll have to go up and around. There's a huge tree that went down. The path goes right over that way, but we're just gonna have to either go over or under. We certainly won't be able to cut this one down, that's for sure. So the trail will change. Okay, so knock off all the spikes. So there's a stump right here. Well, this stump actually crumbled.
This way? Over?
Yeah. Well, if I can. Look, Teddy just walks underneath. Yeah, what's the big deal? There we go. Oh, there you go. Okay, done. So we're changing our route. We're going further inland. I don't know if it's necessarily better because there's rocks everywhere, huge ones. But check these erratics out. They're massive. Look at that. And there's a couple more over there. It's huge. And I don't know. I think going up might not have been exactly the best idea because there's a bunch of boulders over here to navigate, so it's not gonna be fun. Maybe we might head back down that way. I want to cut this. This one. It's insane. I mean, we're cutting the bush and we're just getting attacked by swarms of black flies. They're not really biting, but they're just annoying. They're going in your ears, your face.
Well, they're biting.
Are they?
Well, they're biting.
And this is what happens in the spring, not in the end of summer. But this is an interesting place. The creek bed is over there that flows into the lake, or I think it flows down. But this part of the portage can get a little gnarly because there's big holes. So we're basically taking this path and continuing down this way. Just got to be careful through this section, but it connects to the path over there, down that way, and then we should be pretty much good until the end, until we have to clear that tree. All right, are we running out of tape?
Yes!
At least for this section, we've got another roll. And then pull back eventually. Now we can get the canoe through without weaving back and forth. This was the down tree at the beginning of the portage. We cleaned it up best we could to make it easier to get the canoe over it.
Teddy bear, out of the way. Teddy, out! Have to go between.
Okay, we're, I think, probably about halfway through this portage. We've been on it for about an hour, only because we decided to we decided to clean it up and straighten up the trail. The trail was a mess. This one we didn't actually sign when we came through. I guess we were just kind of more desperate to get through it, and especially because when we got to this spot, the creek bed. Yeah, she took a fit. She does not like balancing on rocks, especially with a load on her back. But we really made a straight path, and man, it is so much better. I mean, the effort, I think it's just like anything. You put effort in the beginning, and then after that, it's so much easier. So we're just gonna take a break here, and then we're gonna tackle the last half.
My buddy, round 2.
We're just coming back for the canoe now that we cleared the trail, but Teddy's been getting hammered, and so check this out. He's hanging under the bandana, and normally most dogs would hate that, and so would he, but apparently if the bugs are this bad, he doesn't mind. Right, Teddy? Hey, buddy? Hey, I don't know if his tail...
Somebody said we didn't need our bug gear.
I know. Okay, let's go check that erratic out. We're just cutting the trail, but then we looked up and we saw these huge erratics. It's massive. There's another one over there, but this one's definitely bigger. It's just it's amazing. You're like in the forest, and all of a sudden you see this massive rock. So it's quite stunning. That's huge. Try not to fall in.
I know.
Anything of interest?
No, there's a little pebble rock underneath
Yeah.
it. Oh.
You see something?
No, it's just like another little cave.
I wonder if animals are hanging out in there.
There's one.
Oh, we're just heading up this hill here that's below the creek that we're portaging around, and we saw that huge, well, which I thought was erratic, and it could still be, but the more I go up, you can see there's boulders everywhere, huge boulders, and if I look up, even bigger ones further up. So it just seems like this big mound, look, if you look up there, there's even a bigger one way up there. So I wonder if this may not be just erratics. I wonder if it was just a big hill and, I don't know, just big jumble of rocks. I mean, someone who's a geologist, yeah, I know who I should ask. I should ask Noah Booth of Northern Scavengers. But yeah, it just, now it looks like this was just a big hill, and it all got broken apart and it just tumbled down. Because if I look over there, there's another huge boulder over there. Wow, quite interesting. I'm glad I made the effort to get away from the creek bed when we saw that erratic. I'm just gonna go up to the top and see what it looks like. Near the top, I got an incredible view of the red pine forest we were in. What a treat.
Where did you go?
Come up here. Undoubtedly, they were very tall, healthy trees.
Hey.
Teddy!
Teddy, this way. Daddy's right there. Come here.
Teddy!
Here.
Hey, buddy!
What's that?
Teddy! Who's that? Hey, buddy!
No, you can't climb up.
He's like, I gotta find a way up. You like the edge on that?
No, you know I don't like heights. I'm holding up a tree.
Nice drop off, eh?
I'm not even looking at it. Trees are served this way, I'm served this way.
Alright, you can back off.
Trying to pass out there.
Hey, buddy. Good boy. Let's go down. Let's go. This is amazing because Nita's afraid of heights and she's actually climbing one of these erratics.
I can actually sit on this one. He's that high.
She made it.
I did it.
Daddy's like, how do I get up there?
Stay pumpkin pie. Hello, baby. Hi, how are you? How's my puppy?
It's like, how do I get up there?
You just stay.
I don't think he can get up even if he wanted to, right, Teddy?
I'm happy with that. Hey,
All right.
Daddy promised you to stay.
We didn't go all the way to the top, but we went pretty high. But we could view the valley floor below. But I'm glad we went up here. It is really, really stunning. Good boy. Good boy. Come on. Good boy. So yeah, straddle that and grab that tree.
And how much was get over this one?
Get up on the rock,
Oh Lord, services.
and then you can use that tree
One here.
for balance. Yep.
It's dead.
Okay. Ow.
Don't use that. Okay, then what?
Hold on. So just filming Anita going over that log, and as it backed up, this branch came around and whacked me in the eye, and I can still see, but it's just watering like crazy because there's something in there, I think. It's in my mouth.
I don't have one in your mouth. I just want to make sure. There's anything in there. You know what?
But
It cut the lid. That's why. That's what you're feeling.
what is that? Ugh.
Saline solution. Very good for your eyeballs.
Is it just the rubbing that's hurting?
Yeah.
The cut?
You cut just the inner lid.
Yeah.
You cut. It looks like you cut right here on the inside,
Yeah.
and that's why it's hurting so bad.
All right. Wear your sunglasses in the forest when you're bushwhacking. You know what? It's funny. I just had it on and I took it off thinking it was too dark, and well, I just took it off too soon.
That's why I always wear them.
Yeah, but then you can't see very
I
well.
know, but
Man, it feels like there's something in there.
well, it's swelling up.
It's swelling up? Great.
That's why.
That's just great.
There. Watch me just see if it is swelling. See, I think it was
We can see evidence of our trail. My eyes still bother me. I think I'm gonna have to look into it, but you can see there's a ribbon right there, and there's another one way down there. So just keep going down until we can find water in the creek. Oh, there's another one down on the ground. So we're on the right track. Hey, buddy. Good boy. You a super dog? Hey? Where's mommy? Where's mommy?
Mommy is right there. Oh, there's a quiet spot.
Yeah, there's another one over there. Remember this giant, I remember this boulder and this giant white pine. Cool. So right through here. There it is. It's just where's the next one? So we're at the end here, and it's not really a pretty way to get into the creek. It's the creek is there. It's really shallow and it's stagnant. So what we're going to do is we're going to drag the canoe through that through the alders and bush, and then try to get into the creek because it kind of comes around that way, and then we'll hopefully be able to get into the water from there. Let's go.
Alright, Kimasabi, you can push.
Yeah. Ooh, the whole thing's floating.
Great. What do I think about floating logs? You know that, eh? I don't lose a shoe. I didn't check to make sure they were tied.
Maybe I should take this off in case I go.
In. I have my life jacket.
step, find the place to step.
Right, hun.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
On that side. Wah!
We're almost there. 1, 2, 3. I can pull it back if you want to get in. We made it. Great. We're out. Woohoo! Your bow pilot isn't paying attention. You ride up on an island. I don't know what I did to my eye. It was okay after that incident, but it was kind of bothering me now, and it hurts, and it's tearing.